Chin-up day rolls around again, and last time I was able to get 5 reps with 26 kilos after moving over from reps of 3 a couple of weeks ago. And I was also mentioning the fact that I would not really want to change the approach in the way that I do my sets at the moment, because I'm thinking that if there is anything that changes, then I won't really be able to tell what has been the main influence for that. Was it the fact that I just changed things right now, or is it because I started getting adapted to the way I've been doing things over the last few weeks? But anyways, the only change that I made was to place my top set as the penultimate one, as I thought that I would be a bit fresher. But unfortunately, as I went up to the 4th rep, and it felt a bit slow, as I went down, I wasn't sure whether I was gonna get another one in, and I missed out on the stretch reflex. So when I tried to finally go up for the 5th one, I wasn't able to get it all the way up. I stopped halfway up. So that was a bit disappointing. I did not really feel as strong as last week. So I still got in a last set with 22 kilos and moved over to something else. But I'm gonna try this again next week and definitely concentrate on getting to as many as I can. And if I fail while still taking advantage of the stretch reflex, so be it. But it's kind of a shame that despite not feeling as strong as last time, I think that I still would have managed to get that 5th rep up. And it definitely was not my lucky day, because the gym was also very busy and I wasn't able to find the dumbbells that I needed for this superset here. I was going as usual for the seated dumbbell overhead presses superset with wrist curls. And I still thought that I would stay with 14 kilo dumbbells for another session at least, because I wanted to get up to maybe sets of 12. But all the 14 kilos were taken, and also all the 6 and 5 kilos dumbbells were taken, so I couldn't really get the wrist curls with anything lighter than 8 kilos. And I didn't really want to go for 4 kilo dumbbells, because then I would have had to do something like 30 reps per exercise, and that would have been very time consuming. Would have given me a massive pump, but there wouldn't really be that big of a stimulus. So I went for 8 kilos and went for lower repetitions. As long as the 16 kilo dumbbells overhead press went, I was kind of surprised. I didn't really feel like I was going to get 6 reps, or at least at the beginning I thought that since I was able to do 10 to 12 with 14 kilos, I wouldn't have that big issue getting up to 9 or 10 with 16. But that was not the case. After the 5th or 6th one, it started becoming really, really heavy and quite challenging, keeping my back as upright as possible and not trying to cheat by arching the low back. I was able to get 2 sets in with 8 reps, and in the end, considering the fact that I was surprised by how heavy they felt, I feel like it was a good effort. The last rep on the last set was a bit of a grinder, but I was really focused on keeping my composure and wait until the weight finally got up. But that was the end of that, and I moved over to the lower body part of the session. In here, I was trying to get some good handstands in. I didn't really manage to get any good one. This was sort of an attempt at a tuck into again a normal handstand. It didn't really go that well. And this is the usual set with the sled pushes. At this point, I was feeling pretty fatigued, a bit annoyed that I wasn't able to get the weight that I wanted, but it does happen that sometimes I can't find anything. And because I was also keen on not really staying there too long, I didn't really want to wait 5 or 10 minutes for the weights to free out. And yeah, I can see in here I was a bit frustrated at not getting the handstands right. It is kind of annoying in the moment, because I'm warm and I'm ready to go, but then when I think back at it later on, it's not such a big deal. I am looking here at recording the times for the sled pushes, and I'm going to be comparing these to the next time that I'm doing this. And the focus is to try and not go slower from session to session. If I can go slightly faster, that's a good thing. And I don't really know exactly when I would want to progress to a heavier weight, since up until now sled pushes have been in there just to provide with some explosive exercise for me to perform that hopefully would carry over to the jumps. So I wasn't really thinking about seeing if I can improve the metrics. I was just going to add some extra weight. But looking at another stat cannot hurt. It should be fun. And this was the last exercise with the Nordic curls, and that was the end of it. Ciao.